Hi everybody, it's Damon here from Fender at Gear for Music, here today to run through loads and loads of our awesome new products for 2016. Now the first thing we're going to look at today is a collection of brand new Gretsch guitars that we have just brought out. Now, many of you have probably seen Gretsch guitars used by people like Neil Young or Stephen Stills or AC/DC and have loved that sound, unique, totally different to anything else. So we've brought out a brand new range called the Streamliners for 2016, which allows those people who've always fancied just kind of dipping their toe into the Gretsch water to kind of get some of that classic iconic tone, but at a very reasonable price. Okay, there are actually three guitars in the range. So the first one we're going to look at today is the G2622T, called a T because we have a tremolo on it there. So this is a double cut guitar, maple construction, NATO neck, rosewood board, kind of medium-y vintage style frets, nice and easy to play. Things that are obviously very important and are iconic to Gretsch is the 50s style headstock we have here. We have the Gretsch branding here, and we have the classic Bigsby, so you can get a little bit of wobble on. So obviously, one of the classic Gretsch sounds come from our pickups. So the Filtertrons, for instance, are humbuckers, but quite low output and very jangly. So these that we have on the Streamliners are called Broadtrons, and I'm sure you can see they're shiny there under the lights, which gives you that inherent Gretsch tonality. So plenty of definition, lots of top end, but these are just a little bit more fat and a little bit broader, which is important because these guitars actually do have a centre block. If you look at a lot of classic older Gretsch guitars, they were completely hollow. So if you use a lot of gain, if you play at very high volumes, they can have a tendency to feed back. But a really important point of this is it does have a centre block to which these are mounted on. So we're going to crank it up in a minute. So especially at loud volumes, it doesn't feed back. So you get the inherent Gretsch tonality, all that lovely spank and twang and clarity that we love, but also it alleviates the feedback at higher volumes. Available either with the classic Bigsby tailpiece, which we have here. Also, we can see down here, this model is also available with a stop tail, with a brand new V'd tailpiece as well. So, that's an overview of the guitar. I guess the thing to do now would be to plug it into the amp and have a little bit of a play. So, I'm going to try it clean first. Bridge pickup, middle pickup and neck. Especially there in the middle position, that is the classic twang that you associate with Gretsch. But don't think, Gretsch isn't just for rockabilly and kind of 50s style rock and roll. Loads and loads of people these days, a lot of bands use them for higher gain applications as well. So clean, the neck pickup. Great for everything from jazz to blues to funk, maybe. A little bit of wobble there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn around with my new Fender bass breaker amp, and I'm going to crank the volume. So it gives you a chance to hear these Broadtron humbuckers, but with a lot more gain. Some of the greatest rhythm guitar sounds of all time come from vintage Gretsch guitars. So Malcolm Young, every AC/DC rhythm track pretty much was a Gretsch. The Who, Pete Townsend loved his Gretches. Same with Neil Young as well. So let's get a bit of dirt on and you can hear it. As well, don't forget, hollow guitar, but with the centre block, it cuts down on the feedback. So, we've had a good look at the double cut. We've had a listen, clean, crunchy, and really quite dirty. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up the G2420, which is the single cut, have a little chat to you about that, and do some playing examples with that guitar as well. So here we have the single cut G2420. A very, very different beast to the double cut and the double cut junior. Much more of a kind of traditional, thicker, bigger bodied Gretsch style guitar. So same construction essentially, but as you can see, bound body, this beautiful gold dust finish. We've still got the 50s style headstock. We've got the proper Gretsch logo. We've got the big inlays on the neck, NATO fingerboard, master volume, master tone, and two other volume controls. Same, the broad Tron pickups and a three-way switch. And this particular model is the T, so we have the iconic Bigsby trem for a little bit of wobble on your chords. So if you've always fancied getting some of that classic Gretsch look, classic Gretsch sound, you've always thought, I fancy trying to learn a bit of jazz or a bit of gypsy jazz or some classic vintage style blues stuff, this new single cut Streamliner is absolutely perfect for that, and at a really, really great price point as well. So just like before, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a play. First of all, I'm going to keep this one pretty much clean. It does work overdriven. We'll go for a medium gain thing, but first of all, let's have a little listen to it clean on the bridge pickup. Compared to the double cut, actually does sound more acoustically. There's a little bit more clarity to it. Two pickups together. This is great classic Gretsch jangle. And then finally the neck. I love the neck on this. Really smooth, really jazzy. Sounds killer. So with these pickups, you get that kind of classic Gretsch top end, the clarity, almost like an acoustic-y kind of ring. With the thick body as well, you've got the warmth as well. So this guitar really does excel at those kind of styles, country, jazz, funk stuff and blues. know, maybe you want to learn some Grant Green songs or some Wes Montgomery or some classic Duane Eddy. This guitar does it perfectly. I am just going to push the amp a little bit harder just to show you that this guitar will also do some kind of rootsy, bluesy, medium gain rock stuff as well. So let's just crank the amp slightly. So, if you've ever thought, I really fancy getting into some retro blues or some 50s R&B, or dare I say it, even a little bit of jazz, this single cut, brand new Streamliner Gretsch is exactly the perfect guitar to allow you to do just that. So there we have an overview of the brand new 2016 Gretsch Streamliner guitars. We looked at the double cut and also the single cut. If you need any more information or you want to see some pictures or the different finishes, then go along to the Gear for Music website. It's all there for you to see. My name is Damon from Fender. Thank you very much for watching.